Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're exploring Rockbridge Memorial State Park. Rockbridge Memorial State Park is located just south of Columbia, Missouri. It's accessible from the north or south by Highway 163, which also just happens to be a very fun road to rip through.
Mirror, mirror, don't you lie. I can see it in my eyes. Truth gon' surface every time, even when no dancing with my shadow in a room full of gold. Trying to count on my regrets like the stories I told.
Respectfully though. As I pulled in, I knew the school bus could only mean one thing. Disgusting, filthy. Alright, I've finally escaped the children. Finally. Right now we're on the Sinkhole Trail, which is also known as the History Hike. It has multiple placards along the trail that has history about the old town that used to be here, Rockbridge Mills. You can even see the foundation of, I think it's an old house. Other than those houses, they also had a blacksmith, they had a whiskey distillery, they had a general store, and they had a mill that would grind up all the grains that were harvested from local farms. That was powered by the water that came from the caves, which I'll show you in a little bit. So there's a lot of history on this trail and in this park. I don't really want to go into too much of it because then what's the point of you ever coming here? I want people to come to this park and enjoy this park because it's a beautiful park. I love this place. It's so close to where I live and just a quick drive for beautiful scenery and trails that are really well maintained and busy enough that you're not walking into spider webs every 10 feet. So they think this area right here used to be a road that went from the town to the farms and the grain bins and stuff. They used to bring grain from the grain bins down to the town where they had their mill, where they ground the grains up, got it ready to make whiskey with, or any other things, transport to another location, you know. Here in a little bit, up further on the trail, I'll show you how they figured that out. There's a little bit of proof that this used to be a road. Also, I think all these rocks on the ground and stuff, I would guess this used to be like a cobblestone path, but obviously it's now uprooted and in a little bit of disrepair. Right here is why they think that this used to be a road. They think that this groove coming right here through the rock, they think the old townspeople chiseled that there to make it easier for the horse-drawn carriages to make through. So it's more of an even surface rather than bumpy rock. Makes sense to me. I do also want to reiterate just how quiet and peaceful this park is. Other than the children, I've only seen one other person on this trail so far. I haven't gone so far in, but this is a fairly popular trail. There's another trail I'm going to go on that's not as popular, and that's another beautiful thing about this park is the variance of difficulty in trails. There are trails where I guess there's no handicap accessible trails, I suppose, but there are trails that are very easy to go on. Those are the most popular ones. The Cave Trail and the Rockbridge Trail, well, those are the same trail actually, but a lot of people go on those. Those are very popular. This one's pretty popular because it's the history hike. I would guess the kids were... Where the fuck am I going, bro? This is not the right way. I would guess the kids were going on the history hike to learn about the old town, which is the namesake of the park, of course. Rockbridge Park, Rockbridge Mill. But it's so quiet. You can hear traffic, but you can't... It's not that loud and it's not that disruptive. If you live in the city, you're going to hear traffic all the time anyway. So the fact that this park is right on the edge of the south side of the city is crazy. I feel like it's so underutilized. There's a lot of people that go, like I said, to the cave and the rock bridge, but all the other trails, there's really not that many people, and it's criminally underrated, I think. It's too bad, but it's also not too bad because more space for me, I guess. So currently we're hiking on Sinkhole Plateau, which is, it's not a dangerous place. The sinkholes probably aren't just going to open up and swallow you, but maybe they can. I don't know, to be honest. Soon we'll walk up on the sinkhole, the namesake for this specific trail. If you didn't know it was a sinkhole, you might not even look twice at it, but once you know it's a sinkhole, it's pretty obvious that it is a sinkhole. You could just think it's a dip in the ground, but apparently it is a sinkhole. And they have it roped off and fenced off because they don't want you going in there because it is dangerous. But that is not the only sinkhole. There's sinkholes all over Sinkhole Plateau. I'm gonna try and find one. Oh, as a matter of fact, I think I just did. I think that this hole in the ground is probably a sinkhole. I mean, it is. I mean, by definition, it's a sinkhole. It's a small one. That one is nowhere near the size of the one that we're about to see. Oh my God, man. I think I took the wrong path. I'm on a connector, but I didn't want to be on a connector. Oh, well, this means I'm gonna have to find the sinkhole some way or another. That sucks, but oh, whatever. Regardless, I call this spot right here Frog Haven. It's a little pond. You can hear the frogs, I hope. It's a little marshy area, and part of me wonders if this is an old sinkhole that got filled up with water. So the rock bridge is basically a natural formation that water runs through. I would assume probably back in history it ran through it a lot more than it does today, since they had a mill there that was powered by the water. These days there's like no current at all. The cave that the water comes through is pretty cool. They actually used to do like kayak or canoe tours through the caves. They don't do that anymore because of, I think it's called white nose syndrome, which is a disease that the bats have, and they don't want that to spread. Oh, hey, we're coming up on one of the old grain bins. There was another one back there that I took a picture of, but this one is incredibly larger than that other one. So I'll show you this one. You can kind of see it through the trees. It goes all the way up. It's like a mini skyscraper. I mean, this was, obviously it's not anywhere close to the size of grain bins that we have these days, but I mean, for back in the day, that's a pretty big grain bin. But anyway, yeah, the bats have white nose syndrome, and I don't know exactly what the deal is. I think either they don't want us to go in there and bring the white nose syndrome out, or they don't want us to bring it in. Either way, they don't do those tours anymore, which is unfortunate because it would be quite cool to see, but you can still go in the caves. I've seen people do it. Unfortunately, since I took the connector instead of the actual trail on accident, I think I missed the big sinkhole, so that small one's gonna have to do. I'm still gonna try and find some pictures and put them up now of the sinkhole. It's not like something you need to see. It's not crazy, but it is kind of cool. By the way, I know I'm getting towards the cave and the rock bridge because I can hear the children again. Devil's Icebox is what it's called. I keep calling it the cave, but it's called Devil's Icebox. I knew it had a name, but I couldn't think of what it is. Okay, but anyway, here we are at the trail that goes sort of to Devil's Icebox and the rock bridge. It's kind of cool because it's a boardwalk trail. So that's why I was talking about earlier how it's pretty accessible. There's still a lot of stairs and stuff. It is quite a steep hike, to be honest, but it's very, very much accessible compared to the other hikes. Right, so I'm not going to Devil's Icebox because there's about 50 children fucking crowded around there, and I don't want to get whatever disease they have. So we're just gonna have to go to the rock bridge and hope that there's nobody there. I really thought I got away from them earlier today, but apparently they were leaving the trail just to go to Devil's Icebox, which is so fucking unfortunate. But I'll have to just overlay some footage that I didn't take of Devil's Icebox. But at the end of the day, just come and check it out yourself. Look for your own eyes. It's pretty cool. Obviously, it's cool enough to have a fucking third grade field trip come there, so you might as well come too. Okay, I'm here at the rock bridge right now. I'm gonna get a better view in a minute, but clearly I was wrong when I said earlier about there not being much water flow, because it's flowing pretty well right now. I've never seen it like this. Maybe I just haven't come at the right times, but it's actually quite beautiful. But we're gonna get onto the other side of Rock Bridge, and then you can see directly through the whole thing. It's like you can see from one end to another. You can't see that over here, but we'll be right there. Here we are at the other side of Rock Bridge. You can see the other side now, like I said you would. All this water that you see is coming directly from Devil's Icebox. This is a pretty cool location. It's usually a lot busier, so that's why I don't come here. I usually just stick to the trails, but somehow the kids aren't here. They're all oh, I see them. Shit. I'm here right now on the Gans Creek Trail. It's a new day from what you just saw. Actually, it's a week later. But I wanted to make sure that I walked this trail on the video because this is my favorite trail of the park. It's, depending on which way you go, it's either 6.5 miles. You could also do 5.5 miles, but there's a lot of connectors on the trail, so you could even do less than that if you wanted to. But the route that I go is usually 5.5 miles. I'm standing right here on the edge of Gans Creek, which you can see here. That's the trail. I just had to jump over the water to get to where I am now. I'm a little wet. I didn't fully make the jump, but that's okay. That's fine. Shit happens. This is a trail that I typically hike during like the winter months, the cooler months, because compared to some of the other trails in this park, this trail does have a tendency to get a little bit overgrown, and especially in the warmer and summer months, which is what we're in right now. Time for another challenging water crossing. This one should be easier. I think I'm gonna stay dry. I made it, but that was arguably tougher than the first one. Those rocks are slippery as fuck. I don't use trekking poles, but that's an instance where those come in handy. I have some, I don't want to bring them. Some of the trails, well, my favorite trails include, as I just said, this trail, the Gans Trail. I also really like Spring Brook Trail, and I really like Deer Run Trail. Those are my top 3 in the park. You can't camp in this park unless you have a special use permit. There is one campsite. It's big for, like, I'm guessing Boy Scouts and group activities, maybe learning activities or something. There also aren't any lakes or streams that are big enough for any kind of boating. So there's no kayaking, no paddling, no water sports here. This park is pretty much just for hiking, biking, and history. You can't do equestrian on every trail, but on a few of them you can. Mountain biking is very popular here. You almost see more mountain bikers than hikers, to be honest. I also should mention trail running is also very popular in this park. Also, when you visit, you should check out Pierpont General Store. It's just south of the park. It's got a gas station, a restaurant, a bar. It's got a nice outdoor space, and sometimes they even have live music. I forgot my water when I came to do this hike, so I just popped down there, got a quick water. It's like 2 or 3 minutes from the main areas of the park. And so that concludes today's video on Rock Bridge Memorial State Park. I really think that if you live around the area, or if you ever come through, check this place out. And even if you don't check this place out, go out. Do something new. Do something that you haven't done before. Go somewhere that you haven't gone before. This world is a big, beautiful place. We need to take a look at it. Thanks for watching.